Hey guys, in today's video we will be learning how we can make the brackeys cube runner game in GODOT 4. So here's a quick demo that I built. We can avoid these obstacles, and if we crash with any of them we die. This is of course not finished. I was just making a demo to show in the beginning of the video. And if we travel all the way to the end, shit, we basically go to the next level. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first of all, we need to get the downloads of the GODOT engine. So if you're watching this video maybe after a couple of weeks, GODOT 4 should be out by then. And if you're watching and if you're watching after just I uploaded, then you can download the latest release from the Tux family website. So here's a list of things that we will be covering today. We're going to make the environment. What the hell, I can't even spell things right. We are gonna make the player, enemy, level, UI score and menus. So let's start. So let's make a new project. You can create this whatever you want, but I like to keep my things organized. You can select this folder, it's empty. So here you can choose a renderer. We are gonna use forward plus for this. If you want to make this for mobile, you can use mobile for compatibility, but we can always change this later. So let's get in. So we are in GODOT 4, very nice interface. So first of all, the things you would want to do is set up a 3D scene. Let's create this scene and name it level 1. And we would not need any assets for this project. I used a bit of assets for the other one, but you need not worry about that. So I've created our first level. So first of all, we are going to make our game look good. So add a world environment. This of course looks very bad at the moment, so let's change it up. We're gonna use a sky. I used custom color for the other one, so let's use that. We get a nice sky. We should make the light a bit brighter, and for volumetric fog we turn this on. Basically we tweak these settings until we get what we want. So let's start by adding a mesh. Actually, let's start by adding a static body. Make sure this is the parent of it is parented to the level itself, and name this platform. So we are gonna add a mesh instance 2D to it. Mesh instance 3D, I'm sorry. And set this to a box. Let's first make the box usable. So we are gonna go to the transforms, scale Y value, let's set it to 0.2. Press this link button to unlink all the scales. So Z value can be 5. Actually we want X value to be 5 and Z value can be the length of the level. So let's take 50 for here. And let's press Ctrl and bring this a bit forward like this. So I've got our basic platform setup, but this does not have any collisions yet. So let's make that. For collisions, we need to add another node, that is the collision shape 3D. Then we add a box shape 3D. This is not the size that we want, so we are gonna just click the unlink button, 0.2, 50, index 5, and we can move this around also. Press control and snap right where you want. Why don't I see the it's that side. So we have got basic platform. Let's add the player. Let's save this in first. For the player, let's create another scene, 3D scene, and name this player. For the player, we want it to be a box, so let's add a character body 3D. I guess this was called kinematic body 3D in the previous versions, but here we are. We added character body 3D. We can see an error that is has no shape, so we should add a collision shape 3D. You can set this to a box. Nice, but there is no visual indication of the player, so we're gonna add a mesh instance 3D and also set this to be a box. Nice, we got our player. Now we can give our player a color by coming down here, clicking this box, and then we can create a new standard material 3D. Click on that and change the albedo to change the color of the box. We can, it's a player, so we can make this green, let's say. So now we need to attach a script to our character body 3D, I guess, because that's the player actor. Attach a script, and GODOT for appears a written script beforehand, so we can have these things down here. Let's add another line of code here. If body if is on load, we can do velocity dot z is equals to 5. So let's go back to our 3D scene and set this up. Go to level 1, and we can click this append button, or we can also click Ctrl Shift A on our keyboard and add the player like this. Pull it up. If we run this scene and select current scene, we should have our player working. We forgot to add the camera, so let's do that. Add a camera 3D node to this. Pull this back, pull this up a bit, and we can rotate. Here's a new trick I learned. We can split the viewport into 2 viewports, and one can have this and one can have the camera preview like it is in Unity. We should make this a bit further like this. Let's do F5. By the way, F5 is a shortcut to play the game, and we can see that our character is moving, but the camera is not parented to the character, that's why it's not following. And add it like this. And this should follow the character now. Yes, nice. But we don't want our player to have any velocity. I think the camera is on the wrong side. It should be on the other side. Let's change the coordinates and the Y rotation to 90 degrees. 90 degrees, yes, Then we can F5 and try this out. Yes, this looks better. I guess I messed up the direction of the plane because this is forward. Anyway, we don't want jump in this, so we can comment it out. For commenting, just select the text and press Ctrl K on the keyboard. This is a quick shortcut. And for movement, we don't want our player to move on the x-axis, so we can cancel that out. Let's try this out. Yes, we can see the player is moving forward. I changed the velocity to 50 to make it faster. But we don't really need that. We can set it to like 15. See, that's pretty fast. We don't need that. Change it to 5, I guess. That should be better. Nope. At 5, it's like it's not even moving. Let's do 10. But it's way too fast. We can multiply this by delta. This is usually a good practice. Make sure that your game is stable on all platforms. Not moving. We need to find a sweet spot between the values. Let's see what works. 500 is pretty good. I think I messed up the controls here. We don't want our velocity. We want the velocity on the x-axis but not the z-axis, so we will comment it out. We can go now F6 or F5. Yes, you can see it works. But the controls are inverted. That is because I'm stupid and did not do it the right way. I think 5 should be fine now. Let's try it out. Yep, just fine. So let's bump up the graphics a bit more. We're gonna add a directional light to our scene. This is going to be responsible for shadows and stuff. So just pull it up, and the scene is inverted, but it's easy to deal with for smaller projects like this. The main goal of this video is to make learning GODOT easier for beginners, because when I started out there were not many tutorials I could follow. I'm also a beginner, so yeah, I'm kind of not a good tutor at this, but here we go. We got our light working. Actually, our camera is not taking into account the environment and the environment that we set up, so we should we're gonna press this down arrow and click on save and level1.trs. We can see that is saved, and we can go to the player, select the camera, and for the environment we can drag and drop the thing we saved, and this should have the environment proper now. Yes, nice. Now let's see what have we done so far. We have completed the environment and the basic player movements too. Now it's time for the enemies. For the enemies, let's create a scene, 3D scene, and enemies are going to a static body 2D. To change the type of the node, right click on it, and here come to change type, click on it, and we can save it to static body 3D. We should name this enemy. Save the scene as enemy. and we are just gonna make a evil version of the player. Instance 3D. First of all, we should even to get rid of that stupid error. Box shape 3D, we got it. Now let's add mesh instance 3D, and we're gonna use a box mesh for this, and change the material to be red because enemies are bad guys. We go material, standard material, click on this albedo and change the color to red. Yes, nice. This looks pinkish, but it should go fine. I think I should make it a bit darker. Yeah. Enemies are bad guys. For the enemy, we also want to do a few things. First of all, let's go to the player, and here we are gonna include one more line, class name, player. This will make it easy for us to identify our player. We can also do this by groups, but I kind of forgot that method, to be honest. So let's add a area body 3D, area 3D to the enemy. Duplicate the collision shape 3D, delete the mesh instance. Yes, then drag and drop this. We should have our area body 2D setup. Actually, we don't need a collision box for the enemy because as soon as the players collides with the enemy, it should despawn. So we can remove the collision box from our enemy. Don't worry about this, it won't give any errors, I hope. So our enemy collision box is set up. Let's create a script for the enemy. Go to area body, node, and here we can see body entered. Double click on that and connect it to the enemy. Here we can write if body dot, no, we should first check if the body is player. If body is player, oh, I think I forgot. Body equals play. Oh, I did not save the player script. That's the issue here. If body is player, yes, if body is player, P was capital, so we need to make sure we write this exact same thing there. We should clear up the console. If body is player, body dot queue free, we are gonna free the body. That means it should despawn. Now we should we save this and go back to our level and add an enemy. We got our enemy right there, and let's put it there. Let's test this out. Hope we don't get any errors. Yes, it's working just fine. So first let's fix up the controls. Go to project settings, input map, and here add a new action called left, add, and right, add. We can also press enter instead of add. For the left key, we are gonna use our A key and the left arrow key. And for the right key, we are gonna use D or our right key. So we have got both of the controls in hand. We're gonna replace E by left by right because our controls are inverted and you are right by left. I'm sorry for this, but I'm a beginner too, so yeah, I could not find out a better way than this. I should have started with proper controls, and yeah, as expected, this works nicely now. So it's time for some level design. So for basic enemy code is done, so we are gonna just plan out a level and do this. Let me paint something in paint and show you. And here's a basic level design I have thrown together. So let's put this in action. So if we press 7 on the keyboard, we can get a top-down perspective, or we can also use this gizmos like Z, X and Y. This should give us a top-down view, but due to our world environment we cannot see anything. So let's go to this 3 dots, click this, and we will have a option to view environment, which should turn this off. And here we have a clean view of what's going on. Nice. So for keeping our project clean, let's create a node 3D and child the enemy to it. Nice and easy. Now I'll just make my level. I hope you will be able to make your own. It's not really that hard, so let's try it. Let's start. Select the enemy and let's move it right here. Even forward. This is not that important. We should use our creativity. Move it off to this side. Player will have to come through here. Let's make it like this. We can have a duplicated item here. And by the way, for duplicating I'm using Ctrl D. You can also right click, and I guess you can duplicate like that too. Here you can see Ctrl D. So yeah, comes like this. You can Ctrl D again, put one right here, here. So I'm done with the level. I did not change much, just removed a few cubes here and there, and we should have a playable demo now. You can see we can travel through the objects and we win. So we need to add something for the winning part. Let's do that. First, let's check our checklist. Save. So we are done with the enemy and level also. So let's add another thing. This is about the level crossing thing, like you complete this level, you go to the next one, like that. So first of all, let's do one thing to our player. Currently, if we start and we fall off here, nothing happens. What the hell, why did I get a notification? But the player should die after a certain amount of time, so let's do that. We can collapse this and name this enemy 2 for now. So we go to our player scene, player script. Yeah, let's do it. In physics process, we check if our position dot y is less than equals to, let's say 50. What the hell is going on? Then we kill our player. Easy as that. And if we now play the game, oh, sorry, I did something wrong. This should be minus 50, not 50, because it will be in a negative zone. Let me now fall. After they fall to a certain height, it kills itself. Let me just do something real quick. I'll be right back. So yeah, after we have taken care of that, let's, what was I supposed to do? Let's make the winning system. So let's go to our level. Here we are. And if you're wondering how I'm moving about like this, right click and we can move around like this with WASD, and Q I need to move up and down. So let's add a winning system right here. So I like to do things a bit modularly, like we can reuse this letter. So this should be just a static body, or even area 2D is fine for this, but we are gonna use static body because I'm noob and I don't know what I'm doing. We call this our goal and add area 2D to it. Like the enemy, we don't really need a collision for this. Just area 2D is fine. We can then add a collision shape 2D, 3D for the area. Sorry, I am used to making 2D games, so I'm saying 2D again and again. Let's create this collision shape, and for the goal, let's create a mesh instance 3D. We create a box mesh, and for this material we need to make it look interesting. So let's come down here, create a new standard material 3D, click on it. Let's go to transparency and enable alpha, and for albedo let's change it to a bluish tint and decrease the alpha. Now this should have the alpha of this should be semi-transparent, like we can see. Save this goal.tsn. Let's go back to our level, and we can drag and drop this from the file manager directly here. We can see it's transparent and we can see through it very nicely. So what we do to edit this shape, let's say the platform is differently shaped in different levels, so we can do that too by right clicking and editable children. Here it is, editable children. We can do that. So let's now reshape this. So let's put it here. Looks nice and all. Let's go to transform, and for X we should use Z. It's nice. For scale on the X, click this link button so everything does not scale. X-axis should be 5, and this is perfect, but it's not aligned properly. We are gonna need to get in here, and I'm sorry, someone just my mom is coming to my room. Let's continue. For this position, Y we can put 0, and X also we can put 0, so it is nice and centered, and we can pull it up a bit so it's more visible to the player. Now let's go back to our goal, add a script to it, and here's come the interesting part. We are going to create a new variable called, this is a special keyword I guess. We are gonna export a file variable, in, and this should be of type string. So if we save this now and click on this, we can see a place here to enter our file. So let's get set up the level loading thing. We come in here and go to area 2D node, and on area enter this time connect to the goal, and we can do let's do first state. Body is here to make sure it's the player that crossing the area 3D. Then we do get tree dot change scene to file, and we can list the file here. We named it scene. We are going to use scene like this. Now we are getting an error. Identifier body not. Oh, never mind. This we can remove. I guess I'm just stupid. See, yes, it works. Let's save this. Go back to a level 1. Let's create a level 2 for now. Name this level 2. Save this to. We go to level 1. And if we click on the goal, go to the inspector, you can see here we can assign a new scene. Let's go select level 2 and play this. Now as soon as we touch that box, we should be loaded into level 2. What the hell, it does not work. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I think it needs to be native to the scene. I'll be right back after I figure this out. So I checked my reference project, and in that the goal was releasing a signal, and it was taken by level 1. But here we cannot do that, I guess. Can we connect it to level 1? Yes, we can. Let's try that. So let's go to our goal scene. Click on the signal. Right click on this, disconnect. We can remove this now. And instead we can go to our level 1, add a script, create, and go to goal, save this. We can click on area entered and connect this to this level 1, connect, and just create that variable, export file, variable file. This is basically the name. You can name it anything, and we give the double brackets to signify that it's a string. Now we do get tree. We want auto completion. We won't give it. Get tree dot change scene to file, and we can give the file here. We save this. Go to a 3D scene, and just like before, we can reference our next level here. Let's try dragging and dropping it. Yes, we got it. Let's run this and check it out. Still does not work. What's going on here? Let me show you my reference project. Here, this is the goal. We touch this, we go to the next level, and the area entered is connected to the main menu. We can try another thing. I guess we can make this local to the scene. It's a bit different arrangement. nothing else, I guess. All looks so similar, but it does not work in my case. We can see the same thing. Let's try it once again. I generally have no idea why it's not working. Let me just figure it out. So after about 500 hours of digging in, I figured out a fix. So I'll move the player a bit forward. Why am I getting this error? Oh, this is the fix actually. This gave you a spoiler. So let's see what was going on. What the hell? Well, way too many errors for me to fix, so let's forget what was going on and let's do this. So first right click on, so what I did is I detached the script from the player. So let me rearrange my project of how yours should be. GODOT and the 3D, we will change this to our character body 3D. Nice. So I think the game should run now. So we can see we do not teleport. So the easy fix is we click on the character player and detach the script by clicking this button right here, and we change the type of the main node of the player to character body 3D, and we select this control and this and we reparent it to the main node by dragging and dropping it onto the main node, and we delete this player. And we also need to add a area 3D and the collision shape 3D. I'm gonna show you how you do it. Pretty easy. We Control A on the keyboard and add area 3D, and selecting the area 3D, Control A again, and we add a collision shape 3D, and from here we change it to a box. So right now we got our player working, I guess. So hopefully this will teleport us to the next. What the hell is going on? Why the game is paused, I have no idea. I just fixed a bug and here's another. Let's fix this to character body 3. Oh, we forgot to attach our script. Easy fix. We click on this add button, click on this folder icon and select our player.gd and load it. Easy. And now the next scene is loading. So nice, everything is working. We can go back to our level and we can move the player back to where it was. Transform, set, we bring it a bit upward and a little bit backward, and this level should be done now. Yes, dying works. It's not intentional, but never mind. We go like this, and due to poor level design, we can just AFK that area, and as soon as we collide, it's working. So let's make the goal material. Oh, we were not using the goal actually. We were using this thing that I created. It's not necessary anymore. We can Control Shift A our goal right here, and I wonder if our old method would work here again. Why did skip? Let's right click the goal and make this local to the scene. Why isn't it working? What the hell? Right click, make local. Yes, it worked. Click on the area 3D, go to node on area entered and connect it to the level 1, and yours should look like this. And we just need to add get tree dot change scene to file, and we enter the file that we have given right here. And now if we play, let's check this out if it works or not. Oh, we need to change the position of that to right there. That's nice. Oh, we messed up, I guess. Yes, we are on the right. Select the goal and move it right here. All together to the very end. And in the mesh instance, we can scale it on the x-axis. Click this link icon, and x scale should be 5. And that should be it. We should have completed our first level by now. Why the hell do I keep dying in my own game again and again? Guys, I think I'm a quit YouTube on my first video because I can play my own game. Let's see. And if we collide, yes, level 2 is loading. Of course, we cannot say that level 2 is loading because it's empty. So let's make a level 2. But before that, let me do something that will make life easier for you. So let's create a new scene and name this level template. We can use this again and again to make levels. So what do we basically need in a level? Player. Control Shift A and add our player node. And let's add another node called node 3D. This will be our enemy group. And under that, let's add our enemy. And we also need the platform and the goal. So we have the goal as a scene. Let's right click the platform and save branch as a scene platform. This was really unnecessary, but I'm lazy, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Platform.pscn. We can bring this up and select the player and bring it up and move the enemy a bit forward, just on the ground. And we can add we can Control Shift A and add our goal, and the goal will be always located at the end of the track, so we can also do that. Let's go to transform. Position Z will be P. If we press F on our keyboard, goal, and press F, we should be able to focus on the goal. Let's bring it a bit here and click this icon, and let's change the scale of C to whatever it is and X to 5. Where are we? Oh, we need to right click and make this local. I think I will pass on that error. I don't know what's really going on. And for the level template, we need to add our level script. This one. Load. Let's save this level template and F6 to play this scene. And as you can see, it works. Of course, we need to add our world environment and stuff, but this works nicely. We currently don't have a scene, so it's not loading, but we can add it right here. So let's create our level 2 from this. Let's delete this level 2. Yes, and Right click on the level template from here and new inherited scene, and we get our inherited scene right here. We can go to 3D and save this as level 2 and override the scene still open. Oh, I think we forgot to close this. Don't save. Now let's save this as level 2. Let's see now if this level loads properly. Oh, is there wrong reference here? We need to change this to a new level 2 because I did not include the underscore in the new one. Let's try this again. Why the hell do I keep dying, man? This and yes, it worked in. So it definitely works. And let's add something else to our level template. We are gonna add our world environment. Should have done this before. Don't be like me and do it before. We can do drop down, then quick load, and select our level 1 environment and save this. And because this was an inherited scene that comes to, let's make this a bit of a challenge by so first we need to make this a new scene. You can save scene as level 2. I guess I forgot again how to do it. Let me just go and check it out. So I figured out that we cannot do any operations in the inherited nodes, the nodes in golden color. So we need to instantiate a new enemy. Click on the enemy group and do Control Shift A and add the enemy to the scene and bring it up a bit, move it, and like that we can make this into a scene 2. And for the next scene we can go to level template and add our scene. On this note, let's make the UI for this. Let's create a 2D scene. Let's add what do we need? I don't do much of UI for this reason. Because we need a container. I don't really care. Let's add a color rect. We're gonna do things our way. Let's click on this anchor. This never works with me, so I do not know. Drop down and select full rect. Yep, not working because I don't know how to check it out. So we are just gonna undo and do it ourselves. This is not a good practice, but because this is just a beginning game, when it like this, and decrease the opacity of the background because we like dark mode, and we're gonna add a text level. Don't add text edit, add this text level. Move it about here. We can increase its size, and we can write. I forgot the name of the brackeys game. Don't even have the Wi-Fi because I wanted to focus on the video, but anyway, let's name it Cubathon. forgot the actual name, but this should do for now. So let's go to theme overrides, font size is normal font, and increase its size to, let's say, 64 or 641, 64. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. We can change the color to clear the screen, so we can do green, and we can do cubathon. We can control D to duplicate it and get a bit down. And let's write in GODOT 4. It does not fit it. We will work it around the two font sizes and decrease this to about 16. It's too small. 32. That looks nice. And because it is in GODOT, let's change the color to blue. Like, I don't know, man. GODOT blue is kinda different. Like this, I guess. And we can move it below. So this will be our main menu. This looks nice. Let's add a button. This will be our play button. Put the text play. And for the font size, let's go with 32. Yes, that looks nice. And we got play button, and you can add more buttons and scenes in the way I showed. So we can add another button and call it the quit button, because players would need to exit our game at some point. So that looks nice. If we run this in, let's save it as main menu. I just spelled main menu wrong. What the hell is going on? We can play, we can use these buttons, but of course nothing happens now because we need to add a script. Let's go here, first name it main menu, not misspelling this time, add a script. Yes, he wrote me on menu. What the hell am I doing with my life? And let's go to the button node, on button down. We can connect this to our main menu and can get the dot change scene to file. We are gonna load our first level 1.tscn. Nice. Oh, let's do one thing. I renamed my scene, so we will include a little bit of underscore. You did not need you don't need to do this just because I'm a stupid dumbass. I need to do this. Let's go to the second button by clicking on the inspector and changing this to and connecting this to the main menu, and this will be our quit operation. So we are going to use the OS class os dot we can just do get tree dot quit. That's easy. So let's F6 this, and if we play, yes, game loads on, and we play. I did not change the main scene. We can use quit to exit the game, and to make the main menu the main scene, come to the file system, right click on the main menu, and we can set this as main scene. Now if we play F5 or this thing right here, we can display the scene. Play. This works like a charm. Nice. So here, I guess that's pretty much the game. Oh, let's add a credit scene for the exit. let's make a 2D scene. This will be pretty simple, like the first one. Let's add a new node, color rect, and we are gonna make it white to flashbang the people. uh, anyway, let's add text. This is gonna say you win. Pull this right in, make this huge. You win. We cannot see because the text is in white color, so let's change the default color to black at first. Yes, nice. We can change the font size to something massive like 128. That's nice. We should disable the, we can see this scroll bar thing right here, but we don't want it, so let's go to active to false. You can move it right here. Why can we see the scroll bar? What the hell is going on? It is just size by 1 pixel work for me. I don't know what's going on. Oh, seems to be a bug. But anyway, we add the you win screen. And for the best part, you can claim this game in your own name by doing this. Made by me. You can write made by me here. You can put your name. I'm just gonna put my online name NITK. Of course it's not gonna fit. And we can do all kind of stuff like changing the font, changing the font sizes, etc. Let me change the font style on this. I don't want to. Never mind, I'm not going to. So let's change the color. We can have a bit of blue right here, and we can add a button that directs us back to the main menu. Let's create this button. Make it a bit larger, and we can text to main menu. And we can go to theme overrides, font sizes, and 64 seems fine. What the hell? 64 seems fine. Yes, it's perfect. And we can again attach a script to the exit menu. Go to the button, go to the node, button down, and connect to the exit. And we can write, we can write get free. I'm so tired of this. Get free dot change scene to file main menu, whatever I spelled it as. So we can F6 to save this and run, and we get this scene. So to main menu will load us back here, and that should do it for our game. So we can go to level 2. Let me finish level 2 real quick. I'll be right back. So made a basic level right here. So let's do one thing to our level template, that is adding the directional light. Just change the light a little bit because we don't want it like this. Go to the transform. Let's copy the transform of this light. Where the hell did I put the light? Yeah, right here. None of this matters really. Let's go here. We can copy this, paste this. Rotation is the main thing right here that matters. So we can right click and paste the rotation, and this will give us a pretty constant visual for our game. Why the hell? Acha, this is our template. Let's go here and let's put it up. Yeah, looking nice. So when we are dying, we need to create a screen that should say you die. So let's make that. Let's name this there. Make this a color direct and give this like this, and decrease the alpha a little bit. Actually, let's make this black and decrease the alpha. Of course, you won't notice now, but we will notice when we are dealing in the scene. Let's add a text, and this should say you die. And in the theme overrides, font size is normal font enable, and we can set it to, let's say, 128 again. Increase this, we get you die. And of course, we are gonna add a new button. Retry. I think I'm going a bit off script because I have not tried this actually on my own. Let me just pause the video for a second. Alright, I hope this works. I do not know because I did not try this. Drink a bit of water. Change this to 64, the retry button, and let's also add a quit button where we are on it. And this to menu, and let's add a script here. Create, select the button node, button down, and we can do get tree dot reload current scene, and for this we can do get tree. What the hell was that? Get tree dot change scene to file. This is the main menu button, so this should load the main menu. Let's go to level 2. Oh, we need to save this. And let's go to level 2. Select this. Let's Control Shift A. Add our death screen. And I think we need to do a bit of coding in our player. So let's do it. We need to add this directly to our player out, I guess. And I click and make this local. We probably won't need this anymore, but I don't know. Let's just save it for now. So let's go to our 3D view, and if we go to our 2D view, we can see this always is visible, and we can say it is always visible. We don't want that. So for that to work, we need to do a bit of work. So let's figure it out. We want this to be visible only when the player is dead. Let's go to our script. We don't want to view free anymore. Let's create our ready function right here before, and we can use a $sign depth dot visible is equals to false, and under this we can do $sign depth dot visible. I'm actually doing this all on my own now, so I don't know if this will work or not. Do and get free dot Oh, this is still showing error. Never mind. Get 3 dot cost is also equals to 2. So let's try it out. Play. We die. Oh, this only occurs when we fall off. Can play. I can fall off. Go to -50. I got sorted, I guess. So and now we can click on retry, but it's not doing anything. And menu button is also not doing anything. So let's do the section and try to fix it. I think the menu button, the buttons would need a bit of work here and there. So let me just figure it out and talk to you guys. So I guess I figured it out. Since we are pausing the scene when this is when the player is dying, we need to click on the death note under player. Death note and death note are not the same. We go under, click on the death node and go under process and change the process mode from will be inherit, then we change it to always, and we need to do a few things here. We go get free dot cost equals to false, and on button 2 get free dot cost to false. Moment of truth. Let's try it out. We play this. We go under and die. Works, and we get stuck. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I'll be back after a bit. Hey, it's been a while. I just took a 10 to 15 minutes break. That's one of the other scene that we had. Let me just close the door because noise is coming. So I could not find a fix directly, but I found a workaround. Let me just play this scene for you. The hell, I found a bug, I guess, but it is a level design. Yes. Menu button works. Let's click on retry and it works like a charm. So what I did basically is I went into the level script and in there I created a ready function and added this line. So first we create a variable called player and preload our player preset. Not prefab, because player scene. We preload our player scene, and in the ready function we create a variable called p and we instantiate this player so we can add it to the scene. Then we add child p that adds the player to the scene, and to make sure that the scene is running, we change getRe.post to false to make sure that the scene is always running and not paused. So we can see if I now go in, click on play and die, it works. And if I click on menu, nothing works because the menu is paused. So the easy fix for this is we can go into the menu, select both of the buttons. I can use Control to select both of the buttons and come down here to process and change mode to inherit to always. And if we play it now, let's see. Play. Let's try. I did some changes in the player script too. Let me show you. Go to menu and quit. So the menu works now. And in the player script, let's go to our player script. On ready function, I change the position of our player to 20. We can change it to like, I guess 5 is fine. So let's test it out. this should work. We can play and works like a charm. So let's do the same for our enemies. We can go to our enemy.gd, and where we are doing queue free, let's do our death code. Oh shit, and it might be a bit difficult for the enemies. Let's see. So we can get free dot pause is equals to true. We can pause the scene. Let's go to our enemy scene for once. Let's see what's going on in here. Let me just figure it out and I'll tell you. Actually, I think I might have found the easy fix for this. We can add the death scene to this too. Right click and make it local. And make sure that the buttons are connecting to the enemy. Nice. Then we can just use our previous code for this. Let me just grab it from player. I guess I connected it to player, right? No, I didn't. I guess it's in death. Right. We can control C, go to enemy, and control V. Let's try it out. I guess this won't work, but let's see. We immediately die because on the ready function we need to set death visible to false. So let's do it. Death dot visible is equals to false. Now if we play this, everything works. If we die, the scene is paused, but we do not get the death scene. I think, can this be? No. We need to make it visible upon when we die. So we can do, before we pause, we can do death dot visible is equals to 2. So let's press this again. Play. Let's die. Can do menu. Nice. Let's die again. Can retry. And everything was like a charm. So let's finish up this game. I think we have covered most of our objectives. Let's see. Just extend this a bit. Oh, we need to add UI score. That should be pretty easy. Let's create a new 2D scene and let's call it 4. Go to, we can change the viewport to 1, and we don't even need that. We can, for our 2D workspace, we can add a text, this text level, and the text should be, the text can be anything. Let's write it 250 for now, or the nice number for now. Since the theme override font styles normal, and let's change this to 25. Let's make sure that it looks okay. And like the brackeys game, let's bring it in the center. Can we use at least the center ones? No, they hate us very much. From said that is that looks okay. We can disable scrolling. I think I'll go for a larger font size. Like this, and I can go into the code, the process. Let's create a variable score, and I think brackets does this like this: score plus equals 1. To be honest, that's pretty simple. Like, I'm not sure it would work. We can add our scores.tscn here. Nice. Let's start it. What? Oh, I need to score the initial score to 0, and I'm stupid. I did not complete the code. Let's go to score. Let's do the thing for our text. So we can rename this to score, and for the text we can change it by code. Let's do $sign score dot text is equals to, we add score plus, and this is important, need to do string score. Plus is not working. I have no idea. I think the syntax is wrong. str score. This should work. Yes, nice. We can restart our game. It only shows SC. Oh, I think the area is too small. Let's increase the size. Let's do center top. No, the anchor does not help. Anyway, let's try it out now. Play. We can see that our score already increases. What just happened there? I have no idea. Should die. Nice. Let's go to the end. I'm not sure what was that bug. We got teleported. Why is that? I have no idea. This might be a little bit of an issue. Let's see if it still persists. So it still occurs, so we need to fix this. Not sure what's causing this, so time to take a break. I was not sure what was the problem, but generating the player by my own seems to have fixed it. So what we need to do, let me just undo it for you. You can see the history. Nice. So we will just not instantiate the player by code anymore. We can remove this, and we will just let's add a pass here so we don't get that error. Nice. So the player is instantiated like how we used to do. Control Shift A and we search for player and we add that. I have already added, so I'm not adding, and this works well. So let's try it out. Oh, the full screen is broken. So let's try to fix it. I'm not sure how to do it. Yet another adventure window. Hmm, I'm not going to change this. It would suck. Uh, let's try this now. Would this work? I have no idea. Yep, working. Nice. We got our settings right. So let's go to the end of the scene. Here we can go to the next level. Level 2 loads. We do not have the score in level 2 because we need to add the score in the player rather than in the. So let's finish this game finally and come here, and we have completed our score. So for the cleanup, let's do it. So in the first level, we don't need to worry about the player being in ground because we have already changed that the player spawns at y5. So the first scene is pretty okay. Let's go to the player scene and add the score there. We can remove the score from here and go to the player scene, control shift A and add score for tscn. We got score in our player scene. Let's go to our score scene and fix up a little bit of issue we had. So let's add a space, do a semicolon and a space, make it look nicer, and change this by, I want it to be slower, so should we multiply it by delta? I don't know how it's gonna be. Let me just try it out. But we don't want to see the we can do one thing. We can typecast this into an int, I guess. See if this works or not. One. Seems like the score is not even increasing. Let's do 1.5. That seems pretty reasonable. I mean, it's working, but not I want it to be. Let's do 0.2, and in the typecast, let's do another typecast int. Get another parenthesis here, and yes, better. So the score is more reasonable now. We can close this, and we should also edit our level temp. Oh no, we have added it to our player, so it's good. Let's go to our level 2, and to finish this up, let's go to our level 2 and add the exit screen for this one. Exit.tsc in this one. So let's try it out. Scaling works properly. You can travel between objects. I mean, the player movement is also good. And do this, and nice. Next level. We have dying also works, and we load into the same level 2. We can then close this. Oh shit. Is it the same problem again? Why it's not loading? a bit too much work for me. Go to the level template and check this out. Platform, goal, it's emitting a signal to the level, and then this. Oh, the ESLED is not even emitting a signal. So let's fix that. Connect, and I think that should work. No, I'm just gonna press time and just head into level 2. This was supposed to be a tutorial, but it turned out to be a learning experience for me and myself. So if you guys have any suggestions, please drop it down in the comments. Yes, it works. So let's try it out one last time. So this is our game. We can increase the size and decrease the size. I hope viewport scaling kind of works, but not ideal because we have changes to keep the aspect ratio, I guess. So I can load it in. This is the first level. Pass, and we win. Let's roll to check it works. It does. Why would it be stuck? Oh, I forgot to remove the we commented out that too. So let's try this once again. Let's die. Works, retry works. We can close this and F6 to test level 2. Let's fall off. Retry works. Die, retry works. So level 2 also works. Finally, I guess we can try it one last time, hoping it. Oh, did I do something? One last time. Let's clean it up. Yes, we can go to the next level. We can die, go back to the menu, play again. Let's check it. Scene also, menu, play again. We can die, retry. We can fall off and retry. Let's try this. Now, as we have made sure that everything works, let's finish this game. Nice. Next scene. And yep, everything works. So thanks for watching. I know this was supposed to be a tutorial, but it turned out to be more of a learning experience for me, as I have already said. I hope you learned something new, and if you are interested in GODOT content, please subscribe to my channel, as I will be making more GODOT content in the future. That's it for this video. See you guys in the next one.